issues. This will be a third video. Cool. Producing lots of volume. I need it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to make sure to unplug at least everything but the mouse, the other two USBs, every time I shut down the computer, because it's the side mounted USB that had my headphones into is already failing after like less than a month after I got the computer or something. That's insane. Or no, maybe it's a little more than a month, but still, it's insane. I may contact the manufacturer and say, look, this thing is already, one of the USB ports is already failing. This is a clear manufacturing or software defect that led to, I'm not sure which, but this shouldn't be happening. And I don't know, they'll probably tell me to fuck off, because these days corporations are more vile than ever, and they just, haha, we have your money, we're never giving it back. It used to be that you contacted a manufacturer when there was an issue with something, and they were happy to make you a loyal customer. These days, things are different. Start a training regimen, because I'm going to be training lots of units. Cool. So yeah, I'm getting the guardhouse done now that I should have, and I guess once the unhappiness wears off of hurrying the war hall, I hurry to war hall so I can then get a guardhouse and make sun guards, then I can make some prowlers too. Yeah, I'm starting to raise I'm working hard on raising an army as quickly as I can near my capital, so that I can clear sites and eventually settle more cities, and be able to send armies to help you, Joe, if you get in trouble. So here's a bridge, and here's a gold. You met the outposts of Ep4. An orc city, but they're good. They're not evil. They're good orcs. They're based on location. I might be able to vassalize them and reasonably defend them. They're also well positioned to help me later if I annex them, take the Argon city that I'm making plans on. If only they were built along the river. Shoot, no, I can't. I'm a Grey Guard, and I'm getting close to becoming good, which is bad. I lose a lot of my bonuses if I become good, so I may actually have to raise the Orc City or something. Sorry. Unimportant neutral city? Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure if I would say the giants are unimportant. They can give you interesting quests, and well, you're probably gonna vassalize them eventually, but all right. Well, maybe you'll conquer them eventually. Yeah, I might have to declare war on something, I guess. Just to become more evil, so I don't become good and lose my Grey Guard bonuses. But I'd rather use the evil stuff to do something practical, like conquer a city. Here's that Archon city that there's a lucky clover in the blight. I don't know how lucky it can be in the middle of a blight, but okay. Jeez, Archon Titans, 100 health, tier 4 giants. They do 25 damage on a melee strike. Eh. Uh, with high tier units and leaders, basically. Um, yeah, your tiger and stuff is almost. So if you want to send them, you forgot about the mono node that I moved my tiger in next to last turn. I think it was just sitting there, waiting. I mean, I guess they do keep an eye out on the road from where they are, but yeah, I'll leave them one more turn. But next turn, you got to go clear that mono node, because we, got to go do that quest too. Hmm? Well, yeah, but the mono node is you can actually get back the same turn. Oh, well, that's why you're integrating the city so that you can start producing a bunch of dwarven axemen and stuff to defend the city. And you can also summon wild animals down there, which you should do soon. I mean, what did you get in your capital when you summoned a wild animal? Oh, yeah. Oh, you used that one to scout. You didn't summon another one in the capital yet. Yeah, you could summon them near the underground city if you're more worried about that than your capital. I'm not sure I would be. I think it takes a while for the boneyard and anything that summons right now is going to be overpowering relative to your armies anyhow. So, guess I should scout out a little ahead here. Halberdier, Archer, Civic Guard. Civic Guards are real weak. Gold mine will actually give me something useful, and I do want to. Cool. Bloody Watcher. I still can't take it. It's kobolds and. Interesting. Army requires your orders. Yeah, we can do the Magma Forge next turn. How much defense does this have? The Magma Forge? Oh, yeah. Yeah, what am I thinking? I was thinking you could do it on your turn. But yeah. No, I'll do it now. Yeah. Cool. 2 sun guards and a jester. This is exactly the sort of army composition I was going to raise once I annex those halflings someday. So, you'll see this is actually surprisingly effective. Unless they're choking on fumes, of course. Oh, they are. They'll be choking on fumes, so they won't work that well. But still. I guess the fumes affect everyone, so probably not worth just joining it, because it hurts them too. Now we got 1 sun guard and a couple cheetahs, one of which is just a recruit, and the other which is also just a recruit but has a little experience. What? Crashed? Oh yeah, now it tells me you left the session. Yeah, I'll exit the game and we can if it's not where we left it, I actually have a save from right where I don't know if I can use my anyways, just start it. As I say, I don't know if there's a way I would have to host it to use the save I created actually anyways. That's why I always save before battles, because if it crashes, Anyways, if you launch it, we'll see where we were. Goblin Warlord and Human Dreadnought, those are the 2 enemies, okay. So, yeah, they're both very aggressive. And they're at war with us, so. Oh. I mean, it screwed me over a little bit with the with the knowledge choice. I got warrior culture, whereas before I had garrison's honor, which is a much better draw. But an empire suffers no happiness penalties from enemy domain, enemy gates. In addition, steam migration time is cut in half. So that's always useful. It's always useful if I wanted to to replace the population of cities with different races, which would obviously piss off the people you just spicing. think I had Killing Spree before. Oh well, I did make a mistake with my turns, so at least, I mean, I won't make the same mistake twice. There's that at least. I was going to do Training Regimen next, I think. Save a little on... Oh. Scales of Fortune, Dispel. No, Death March. Shit, you know, Warrior Culture isn't terrible. It's not as good, but... Or no, what am I doing? Training Regimen. Yeah, because save money. Yeah, I got near the watch, and I'm like, oh yeah, I scouted that before. There's no way in heck that I can take it out. Guess I can go a little further afield and look for... Halfling Pony Rider and Adventure. That'll be an easy army to take. Town Produce Warhol. Would you rather watch a battle first or fight a battle alongside me first, Joe? Well, I mean, like, if I'm just doing a battle, you could go and, like, grab a bite to eat or something if you needed to for a second. I heard you talking about pizza. Oh, okay. Alright, well then I guess we'll do the Magma Forge. I would save it in case it crashes again. Cool. This time they got to go rolled to go first. I think. Did that happen? I don't think that happened before. I think last time maybe they did. Defender probably actually was first. What am I saying? Yeah. Well, they're gonna come to us, so we should probably hang back and gather in one place. We can't concentrate forces too much because these well, no, not because of the monkeys, because of the Jester's area of effect attack. Yeah, but if you wanted to, I guess you can use that flaming pit as a barrier and put the monkey so it'll throw poo across it when they get too close. Yeah, and then it won't be in the way of other units. They can all get by going around the other side of that vent. I meant the other flank, but if they approach from that side. Yeah, I guess that's yeah. It's true. The Sun Guards are probably all advanced that way, and the Jester will come around the other side, most likely. So, yeah, that's probably good, then. Good place for it. With the what? The Shock Serpent and the Dire Penguins are both melee units, so they're going to probably want to maneuver, like, off to the right in front to, like, get between the High Elf Initiate and the Sun Guards, because otherwise they'll slaughter the Initiate. A little further. Probably. Yeah, for north. The same way they're headed. That's fine too, I guess. I'd put them into... But... Yeah, right behind the Penguins, if you can get that far at least. Alright, well, yeah. Move. No, I would have it move, well... Yeah, no, actually I would have it go back towards the other flank of the pit where my units are in that direction. Because what you can do is yeah. Because well not yeah. Well not maybe not as far, but over by the other little vent. Only 3 tiles. Oh yeah, it's not that mobile. In which case it won't get over in time to be useful. Then I would move it like to along the edge of the map to the right then instead. Try and set up some flanking on the Sun Guards. Because their shields don't work against flanking. And if she can establish flanking, they'll turn to face her. If they attack a melee, and then that's how you'll get around their shields. If you need to be able to flank them, because from the front, they're really tough. You're going to have a hard time with those Sun Guards. Just, they have 10... Well, they have a bunch of defense. They have 48 health. Like, they're not easy to take down. At all. If they weren't choking, they would have even more defense. Actually, they might not be terrible because they're choking, now that I think of it. Still, I wouldn't underestimate them with that much health. I think, yep, it can pounce on the Jester so it can't use its ranged attack, and its melee attack stinks. There we go. So I would throw poo at, well, hold on, I would actually have the monkey, hello? I was saying I would have the monkey fall back a tile and then throw poo at the closest one. Yeah, I guess you could move forward and get rid of the range pound. I'm just worried they'll close and murder the monkey is what I'm worried, that the 2 Sun Guards. But yeah, no, I would move back and try and draw them around. I would... it will use all their movement. That's why I would have them fall back and throw, because the monkey only has 32 health. It would only take 4 hits to kill it. It's from the Sun Guards. They're tough. And I said, like I said, they'd be a lot tougher if they weren't choking right now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, your units, none of them suffer from their ideal skirmishing units. Like, hit them and fall back kind of thing. And make them... If they want to reach the monkey, they have to move past those penguins that are guarding, you know, kind of thing. Although I might have the penguins fall like one tile towards the monkey and then go into defensive mode so they can get... Well, no, then they can't defend the initiates. Shoot. Why would I... What's the range on the initiates? Lightning. Yeah, if it moves directly behind the penguins, it should be able to reach the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, it can move adjacent to the serpents and should be able, if the penguin falls back one tile, shoot over the penguin's head. Do you see what I'm saying? If it falls back, so if you move the penguin back one tile so it's adjacent to the serpent and close on the one that's closer to the initiate, right? And then have the initiate fall behind that, it can hit, the initiate should be in range of the Sun Guard from there. And you can make it close. Yeah. I mean, you'll suffer range penalties, but the idea is to make them waste their movement charging at you. I can actually, because I got a pounce on the Jester, I can actually have my cheetah come around and pounce on them and my own Sun Guard. So, yeah. Yep. And then you should be able to shoot them from there. I would have it move one tile closer and go into guard mode as well. Yep. Shoot, they carry the disgusting stench with them? Oh man. I didn't realize that. Oh, the idiot Jester. It tried to melee my cheetah. That was really, really dumb. I think it even tried to get away first and got pounced on. That's not smart. I mean, well, actually, it doesn't have a choice. They have terrible melee attack. Jesters are really, really tough if they get to use their fireworks. They do a lot of damage. But their melee is terrible. A halfling Jester can't do anything in melee. It has 3 melee attack. And not much health either. Okay, well, dead's dead, so... Cool. Oh, that's the one that's carrying the disgusting stench, isn't it? for 3 turns. Yeah. But everything, or literally every other melee, all the melee units are disgusted by the smell. God, I think the dire penguin may have done more harm than good. I didn't realize that it carried the stench with the units it attacked. Okay, well, it's gross. Lessons learned, I guess, about using disgusting stench. Is it their turn? Oh, it's yours. The wounded one, you mean? Yep. Yeah, then finish it off. Because of flanking, it doesn't have the protection of its shields when it's flanked. So, yeah, what is it? Flanking is like 50% extra damage or double damage, and then there's no shield. So, plus disgusting. It's got shot, so it should be more vulnerable to lightning damage. The shot it synergizes with the shock serpent. Actually, the Sun Guard, the shock serpent and the initiate work together. Well, it's pretty tough, so I would just put your shock serpent in defensive mode, so that it takes less damage when attacked. And yeah, so that it can't go after the cheetah, and then go into defensive mode as well. That would also disgust your shock serpent. I would just leave the dread monkey where it is, put in defense mode in case they try to race at it. Yeah, because if it decides to attack, then you want the dread monkey to close and finish in melee, but not yet. Just let them attack something that's defending, I guess. Higher chance of fumbling hits. If it gets really bad, a unit will flee the battlefield. Like these units with that were well, being attacked, it's not terrible, no. But like that dire penguin, its morale was low enough, and it was disgusted by the stench that there was a chance every turn it would try to flee the battlefield and abandon your army. I think it's below 500, so I think disgusting. But yeah, disgusting stench had a chance of making it run. Yeah, minus 300. I'm pretty sure the threshold was 500, so there was a chance your penguin could have ran away because of the stench. I was just double checking that. The Sun Guard should, the initiate should be able to finish it off, though actually I think, yeah, my Sun Guard can finish their Sun Guard off. Cool. Or one of my cheetahs can finish it off. Where are the cheetahs? Oh yeah, no, that one's next to it, but there's another one. I was wondering if it's pounce. It's still on cooldown. Your dread monkey, I forget what does it get when it levels up. 1 melee strength and 2 hit points. Trying to figure out whether you should let one of your units. Oh yeah, you should definitely let the dire penguin do the honors. Oh no, it doesn't have any attacks left, does it? Shoot. In which case, no one will take any damage finishing off at this point. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just I don't know. I'll just let the Sun Guard finish off, because the Sun Guards are actually the backbone of my army, so didn't quite get it level up, but probably close. well, okay, only 5 XP. Still, Sun Guards, when it reaches veteran rank, it gets coup de grace and an extra defense point, which is effectively 13 defense when not being flanked. Oh yeah, there's a pile of mana there. Yeah, we can probably go for that in a second. Doesn't seem to be anything guarding it. Cool. So yeah, I'll send a unit to grab it, and then I can give you the mana. I'll give it to you as a gift. As for your units, if you see across the river there from my city, there's a Goblin Marauder, Swarm Darter, and Blight Doctor sitting across the yeah. We might be able to reach that. I guess, although there's probably going to be another Lost Soul incursion across the bridge soon, more undead. We'll see. Yeah, it might be probably not safe to do actually, because then the undead will attack again soon, I think, from the Necromancer Circle. Oh well. Oh, the orcs, because they're actually pretty cheap to sign open borders with. Yeah. Bloody hell, I'll spend the money. How close am I to... Yeah, I'll try to vassalize those orcs before too long, but yep, that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, I was just looking at the independent city that I just met. Looks good. Every which way. Guess I need to explore into this blight. I hate doing it, but half the time they die in the blight. And there's the Archon. When your turn comes around, go for the mana node so that my cheetah underground can go and do other more important things like scouting. In fact, you know what, I'm going to move it one tile west, and you can get in the tile that's adjacent, the fertile plains that's adjacent to it, and attack or something, so that so they'll be able to reinforce. But because I'd like to send that cheetah to explore down another possible dead end, and it might get murdered, but that's what scouts are for, after all, is to explore. So if you want to save again, I'm about to start another battle. Try and turn some of these random humans, probably the Civic Guard, into undead. Civic Guards are very easy to kill. If you if you're looking for something interesting when you're in the battle, click on the Civic card. I'm saying the Civic Guard unit portrait, and look at the flavor text. Like, read it as it scrolls down. Most of the human flavor texts are pretty boring, but the Civic Guard has an interesting one. Or a funny one, rather. Slightly funny. I thought it was cute. This is a cool music I've not heard before. I don't know if you can hear the... You probably get different music than I do, actually. Entirely different. Do you hear this thing? It's going like... Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. You don't... I don't know. I think it's cool music, and I'm just like... Oh, it's suffering a range penalty from here. Halberdier wouldn't be able to close, though. No, that's what the heavy crossbow's for. Faye the Frigid. That's a fun debuff. Makes the Civic Guard really easy to kill at range. Did you read the flavor text of the Civic Guard, by the way? Kind of cute, though. Yeah. Some of them are interesting. The ones that have the halflings miraculously getting away from danger, if you read them, are also kind of funny. There's a lot of references like they're about to die and then they get lucky and then they get lucky again. Halfling Explorer ones. I probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But I might manage retaliation here. Probable. How much damage is... Oh. you they can only do it once. Crossbow to the face. Lovely. That's gotta hurt. And did. Where was there a dead enemy unit around here? Over there. That's right. Raise the human archer. Fun thing about all these pike units is they have first strikes. If you try and attack them, they always get the first hit. Yeah, when engaged, you can't even. I'm just gonna finish it off with the cadaver, honestly. Dead. Now they just. You got this useless civic guard. Eat it? No, I'm gonna raise it as another zombie. That was the whole point of this fight. And I stiffened the limbs of the civic guard so it can't even get that close. True enough. I think that, yeah, I raised the pikeman. It had a little more experience than the archer, I think. You actually get to keep their experience when you raise them. I only just realized that. I'm like, oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm just gonna suicide the. Oh no. Oh, if they do that though, my leader will actually have more health if it dies and resurges. If she dies and resurges, than if she survives the battle. So I'm gonna just take the opportunity attacks. Dead. That was intentional. Because of resurgence. Knowing I was going to do that, I probably should have actually tried to raise the civic guard as a zombie. It would have been more useful. Oh well. Shoot! Shoot, 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 shoot. Darn it. Darn it! I meant to heal the zombie before killing them, but then I got a... What was it? That was a crit, I think? Or did I just miscalculate? I don't know. And there's the other zombie. Huh. Why did the zombies never start in the same tile that you just as the rest of your units? Why is it hidden? Urban concealment. Oh, so Joe, can you hear me? Oh. Oh, okay. You see, you missed some of what I was saying, but yeah, the like the sites like mines and stuff count as urban for any unit that's got urban concealment. They can like hide on mines and stuff. I didn't know that. It's good to know. Yeah. Yep. What were you saying? A lot of like rogue units have urban concealment, and zombies do, and scout brigands. If you manage to like charm one of these brigands running around the map, they have urban concealment usually, I think. Or nope, maybe they don't. I thought they did. Scoundrels. Nope. Well, if you get rogues, they do. Guess brigands don't. Start recruiting another militia unit. I mean, not actually raise a militia unit, but yeah. No, I might, because I need to rapidly expand, so probably raise a militia unit in my capital. This turn. Do you want some more gold? I mean, sorry, mana, Joe? Or wait, actually, I already sent you some this turn, didn't I? We'll see. I'll send it next turn if I didn't. Shoot. Besides, I'm about to get that. I'll just send you a big sum next turn. See if you... I think I sent you an offer already. I don't know what'll happen. What? The scoundrels. Is it just one of them, or... No, it's 3. Oh, yeah, because force concealment. I thought it was scoundrels invisible. No, it's because they were elves in the woods. Nope. But yeah, you may be able to weaken them though, so that your main army has an easier time finishing them off. I mean, yeah. I'd save it before you start in case of bugs, but alright. Well. You don't have to... You can usually do the open menu, I thought, or maybe not while combat's pending. Oh. Oh, well. Yeah. Well, that's because it was not your turn yet. So, yeah, it was the Independent's turn. The dwarf has extra health compared to the high elves, so you should probably go for one of the high elves and try and murder it. Also, I think the high elves have extra ranged strength. Yep. Um, you're not gonna be able to close in one turn with the spider, are you? Uh, yeah. If you hide behind the rock, yeah, you might be able to get at least get some cover from that. So yeah, I would hide behind the rock. Nope, not a chance. Not with a spider. It's not even as fast as your unicorn was before. It's only got 4 movement over them. Maybe if the spider was underground it could, but not here on the surface. Yeah. Yeah, so then they'll hopefully get a little closer, and then you'll just have to run out and try and murder one of them. Preferably one of the high elves. Okay, they did not need to get that close. That was dumb of them. Yeah, now you can just go for that high elf next to it. No, webbing will end its turn. You just gotta attack. Webbing is good if you have like at least as many spiders as the enemy, but when the spider is outnumbered, the best it can do is just melee attack. Webbing won't really help in this situation. Yep, killed one of them. I mean, it's one less scoundrel. Yep. You might, if you're itching for revenge, I might go for the, I might save it and go for those scoundrels now. It's an easy fight. It feels fitting. Oh no, definitely with the wisps, because you were concerned about defending that city, and you don't have enough units to defend against an undead elephant yet. So, whatever you summon, yeah, it has a ranged attack, so it can help against the wisp a little. Even if you don't want it to close to melee, because I don't think the wisps. Oh yeah, you finished integrating it. So yeah. Probably a builder's hall and then a wooden wall, or how much production does that have a turn? I'd probably rush the builder's hall then. I believe builder's halls are also required for stone walls, which if you got a stone wall, you'd expand the domain and you get the haste berries in the border as well as the mana node. Yeah. So if you built up to a stone wall, which requires a builder's hall first, you can get haste berries and the mana node, and then you'll get, when you release them as a vassal, you get tribute from those. Like, they'll increase the tribute. Also, yep. Don't Don't forget to save before. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably more important than another wild animal at this point. Probably, but I don't know what it is. Hmm. I can usually do a little better, and I like to do manual combat because I learn something every fight, so I get better at. Like, even if the auto combat gives a similar result, I get more experienced in leading fights the more I lead, and then when I have a really critical fight where I really do need to lead, I'll know what I'm doing better. So. Yeah, give it a shot. Well, no, you need it for for the fertile domain. Yeah, I'll try to disjunct the spell for you. I think I can do it on my turn. Could be wrong. Unless it costs double because my leader isn't in the fight or something dumb like that. I'm trying to remember the last time. No, I shouldn't. It's your turn, right? They'll probably come to you, and you might want to inch the monkey and the reed serpents a little ahead of the rest of your units so they can try and get range attacks before the horsemen charge in. Yeah. I would have them defend the monkeys. I just go in defense, and the reed serpent can kind of come up to the right, like just in front of the horsemen. Just defend. It's not going to be very effective because these things are resistant to blight, but it can still do a little damage. That's probably... No, I was going to say to keep them further back because their longbows don't suffer rage penalties. But that's... well, you didn't need to move them that far back, but alright, yeah. I mean, they may or may not get close enough to get all 3 shots from there. I was going to say, if you move the other hero up next to the snakes. Shane, the Pathfinder. And it can the other hero, can your leader move one more tile, next to Shane, or is he... Darn. Alright. And you can move the tigers up behind them, because they might phase behind one of your units, and, do that nonsense. Yeah. That'll work. If they phase, they use up their action points, but they can still take 1 attack if they phase adjacent to a unit. That's what it is. So it can be used to set flanking. I'm going to see if I can disjunct this. Yes, I can. looks like they're gonna wait for what? It's fine. It took a turn to gather units together. I didn't want the cheetah to like be running out there on its own and get swarmed by three wisps being murdered. So. No, you might as well throw shit at them first, and then just like as long as you're doing damage to them, you can wear them down. They don't heal anymore, so yeah. I would get the one that's well, yeah. I would get one of the closer ones because the other units may be able to get range attacks on too. No. Because you're gonna want well they actually yeah it could, shoot you're saying one more tile will get rid of the range penalty entirely. Yeah, actually yeah, do, because I was thinking about them warping behind. I'm like, oh yeah, it's got that disgusting stench. That's not terrible if they try and swarm it. Good. No, but I bet one of your longbowmen could finish it off. One of your heroes, maybe Shane, could get a shot on that. Can he get close enough? He only needs to. No, he only. And dead. They're definitely. Can it get behind him? Like all the way behind? Oh yeah. Then do that, and it might even be able to spit at the one of them, because it's got a ranged attack. The poison spit. Yeah, it can spit at the nearest wisp. And actually do 6 to 9 damage, which is not terrible for how weak the wisps are. And your other leader, can Awanes get close enough to shoot at the wisp too, or? Shot's a shot. And then you're going to probably want to bring that tiger up near your leader. Like behind it. To protect against flanking and also to be able to close to melee later. Normally I would have covered the rear there, but I'm like, with that disgusting stench, maybe not worth standing there unless I know for sure they're going to attack it. Yeah, you might kill it. Yeah, and then Shane can probably just kill the other melee or something. I think he can charge and kill. Oh, or shoot it. Yep. Yeah, and not having to suffer retaliations. And you probably got some mana from that, right? Cool. How much mana do you have now? Oh, cool. That's plenty. They're on an trading post. They don't pose any real threat. I mean, once you won't. It won't be in your borders until the outpost grows into village and builds stone walls. So you don't need to worry about it for a while, and you might get more units in the meantime, and my unit can help take the trading post that way. Yeah, definitely. You don't want, like, if a small party of undead show up, they might be able to defend it. So yeah. And I'm gonna send my scout exploring, and probably to get eaten by spiders, but you never know. No, don't worry about it just yet. It would take too long to get there. I'm more worried about an undead incursion. Uh, uh, yeah, but if undead show up on that bridge, I'm gonna send one unit to go get that mana. It's not gonna be in range to defend my capital. Uh, put them on, like, on. Let's see. Yeah, on the bridge is probably the best place because they suffer. Your people don't like the tropical terrain, so yeah, just sit on the bridge. Defend the bridge. Dire Penguin should be happier not being on tropical terrain. So has some water to dive into to cool off. Yeah. Oh yeah, murder those. Yeah, murder those bandits. Definitely save before you start the battle, though. The ones that just killed your spider. I assume you mean, right? Yeah, definitely save though, in case we get another crash. Luck came in handy. Man, don't worry about the archer. Oh yeah, their high elf is not even buying cover. Yeah, just have the longbowman shoot the hell out of it. Yeah. Didn't quite kill it, but I think that guy, I would have him charge to melee and finish the longbowman off in melee. Your orc. Yeah, orcs are better in melee anyways, and then he'll be able to threaten the other scoundrel. I was gonna say to hit it from the other tile so that he wouldn't be adjacent to the scoundrel, but whatever. It works. Yeah, it has to turn in the face anyways, but so it should be probably not a problem. It was more for maneuvering. So yeah, and another one should be able to, if it I don't know, where is it yellow? Where is its yellow range? And oh yeah, so you might need to go all the way to orange and just get one really good shot. You're not gonna finish it, but you can probably do more damage that way. I don't know, yellow or orange. No, you wouldn't be close enough. You'd be out of max range. You need to get at least one tile closer with the longbowman. I assume you're talking about that one with 34. Yeah, there's only one that's left. If you 10 defense. No, that's probably better, and if you get crits, you might even kill it. No crits, but... Oh yeah, you also have razor projectiles, right? So you had a higher chance of inflicting bleeding, which you actually succeed in doing. Each hit, doesn't matter if it's long ranged or not. And now your orc can just finish it with a charge. Though you should not move him in directly. You should have him move an extra tile so he moves 3, because then he does more damage. And the more damage he does, I think the more XP he gets. So, overkill is beneficial. And then moves adjacent, he should get the charge bonus. I'd probably let him rest before you face a draconian flamer that could probably kill your longbowman, your weakest longbowman at range. But you can stand there, and if any more scoundrels come by, they'll have to fight you. Yeah. I was gonna. Hmm. I mean, you're gonna need to have both initiates go with him to have any chance of defending him successfully. That's why I was confused why you moved so aggressively out. Like, I thought you'd at least stay a tile further back, and then you could meet the settler halfway with your units out here. You know what I'm saying? Plus, yeah. Well, you thought it was, but then there were brigands in the middle of it, so they walked right past the other city. So brigands are smart like that. If you it's not like it gets attacked and instantly dies like in a civilization game. It has health and defense, so if you guard it with 2 initiates, it should be able to, while they're attacking the settler, the initiates are killing them, kind of thing. So they have to deal with the initiates first. So if you guard with 2 initiates and you like cast some spells or something, you might be able to win. You might summon a wild animal next turn or something too if you have enough casting points. Yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, you don't. I was gonna say you don't even need to use all the movement. You could have left them a little closer to your capital and finished it next turn. But yeah, because if you just built your 1, 2, 3, it's only 4 tiles from where your settler is to where it would settle. Anyhow. No, you want to settle between the mana node and the magma forge. 2 to the top right of it, so that you can. You're not going to get the other things anytime soon, and the mana node. You can build lots of little cities. Like you can build another city to get those things in the Arctic terrain. One of them is not useful until you clear it. It has a legendary defenders, and the other is a Floark quarry. All it does is add production. Whereas the mana node gives you mana, so. And you'll get production from the magma forge once you clear it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I wouldn't have moved the settler so far out because it only needs to get to that tile in order to settle it, and your initiates will need to go back to your capital to defend it next turn. So But I think they have the same movement, so they should be able to make it back to your capital city. But as long as nothing moves directly adjacent to it, you should be fine. If it moves adjacent, you'll get enemy at the gates penalty. But I guess you wouldn't be able to attack them, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. So you're good. I think that's it, or is there anything else you need to do? Oh, what is your Dwarven city? What is it doing? It's building a builder's hall. Tumgale? Oh, want me? Pyromaniacs? Oh no. If you, I was already struggling to build an army to take out the Watcher. If you do that, Flamers are really good at murdering the undead. They have fire weakness. Yeah, there's no penalty. I really can't. I don't know what'll happen if I complete it instead of you. You don't have an army nearby. They'll give you another quest later, probably. But I would. Like, who would? Oh, it's on the Lost Library? Oh. Interesting. Probably. We might be able to deal with if we pulled some of the units from the capital, but I definitely wouldn't be able to do it with the Necromancer and my lead 2 leaders on their own without losing some of the cadavers, which I'm trying to build up a swarm of them to deal with that Watcher. Beholders are tough. I'm sorry, Watcher. Copyright issues from Wizards of the Coast or whatever it is. Yeah, it's on the gold mine next to whatever. But yeah, if you accept the quest, if they're in the Lost Library, it'll be all right as long as they're not next to the gold mine. Well, where does the trophy appear? There should be a floating trophy over wherever they are. Where is it, though? Oh. So the floating trophy is next. Yeah. Yeah, where I'm already having to deal with the Beholder. If they both decide to attack, yeah, because I don't think we can raise any army that can deal with the Beholder. All its escorts and the Flamers, like even our leaders, we get murdered against that. So, yeah, no point in taking a quest that you're sure to fail. You'll just upset them. Yeah. Once we have a bigger army, we'll be able to do something like that, but not yet. Speaking of bigger armies, I can now start mass producing Sun Guards. Did something just happen? Oh! I have the Magma Forge now. I also produce Prowlers. Interesting. infantry, irregular, archer, cavalry, infantry. Cavalry? Oh, that's interesting. That is very interesting. I'll be able to one-turn saber-tooth chariots. Joe? Do you remember that chariot that I had in the very first battle that I accidentally got murdered? I'll be able to produce one of those per turn starting next turn once I finish a research. So yeah, that'll be really helpful for murdering anything that dares to come near my capital. Now I'm going to just start training a really big army and clearing a bunch of sites and give it a little while, and then should be able to even conquer those archons after some time. And deal with the necromancers and all the other threats too. In fact, Sun Guard, Prowler. How is it a Sun Guard has more health than a Prowler, even though the Prowler's tier 2? Why would I ever want a Prowler? Instead, oh yeah, it's bloodthirsty. Hmm. $46 per turn. Yeah, Joe, I'll make a shrine and give you some more mana so you can summon more wild animals, because I'm assuming, what's your surplus right now? Oh, and I'm only at plus 13, so we're starting to actually hit mana limits. So yeah, I'll build a shrine so I can send some more mana your way, since I stupidly built the outpost super early and I needed your help just to defend my capital because of it. I could annex the dwarves, but I wouldn't be able to defend this little outpost. Interesting. Whatever. I've got enough on my hands with just raising an army and clearing sites and dealing with necromancers soon. Oh, I got 70 mana from that mana stash. That was an unusually large number. Halfling farmers can throw chickens at enemies? I kid you not, they can throw chickens. They carry pikes and they can throw chickens. They're halfling pikemen. And they're actually pretty high health for halfling. Never underestimate the halflings. There's a couple sites there. I'll take a quick glance. See what's Frostling Ice Queen. Jeez. Okay, I'm not clearing that anytime soon. A halfling apprentice with a couple wisps, unfortunately. Yeah, hmm. Joe, are you cool to leaving those units on the bridge for like a couple turns? They should be more than capable of dealing with any necromancer lost souls if they summon them, and it's actually good training for your troops. It's only a matter of time until they summon another stack. Yeah, you can just set them to camp so that you don't get notices. Because I see a free scrolls of knowledge. I thought it was a free building upgrade, but gold mine that I can clear reasonably. If I raise a little army, and there's some sites. If I gather up my troops. But for now, I need to worry about brigands. How much longer do we have on shooting stars? Oh, 2 turns. Cool. My units got very lucky thanks to it. A frostling mammoth rider? You thought the elephants were tough. 80 health, 15 melee strength. Yeah, the frost, and that's only a tier 2 frostling unit, meaning, geez, you could actually probably train it in that frosting city yourself eventually. You need like a war hall, but it's not terrible. Cool. Alright, I feel terrible doing this, but I'm about to turn some halflings into zombies. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, they have a night watch with them. That's lovely. Armored and has a shield. Can I? It's a good question. Cannot be used on heroes, machines, and corporeal elemental. Yeah, I can use it on animals. All zombies look the same, I guess. Nymphs are dedicated to good? Interesting. Alright, if you can save it, I'm about to murder some halflings, but I'm gonna want, in case it crashes or anything. Though I'll actually send this. I forgot about that scout. Let me do that too. Cool. Yeah, no, just the halflings. You saved it? Cool. Uh-oh. I got a crit. Now I had one shot. Ooh. The pony riders are armored? Not many cavalry in this game are armored. I didn't realize so many halfling units were armored. I guess it makes sense if they're going to go into melee. Yeah, they're a lot tougher than they look. They really are. Thinking, oh, it's just a hobbit. No, that hobbit will murder you if you're not careful. Very much. Heal Undead seems to have unlimited range. Ooh, fun. If I'm not mistaken. Cannot reach. Ooh, no. So much for that. Darn it! That was supposed to kill you. Lucky hobbit. Cursed hobbits is. No, not a good Gollum impression. Alright, this is not going to go well. Damn it. Well, there goes one of my undead. Thankfully, if I raise it again, it'll actually be even more experienced. Fun. Darn it. Lucky little hobbits. They killed both my cadavers. I can only bring one back. I don't remember which was more experienced. Should bring back the one that won't immediately die again. It's probably a good principle. Oh, that was not the more experienced one. Not at all. And I revived the wrong undead, the one that was yeah, less experienced. Oh well, mistakes made. Now it's this trooper undead, and the halflings got lucky over and over and over. Like, they kept getting crits and other stuff, so yeah, it would have been fine if not for that. Oh well. Halflings are lucky. That's literally their thing, so can't be too upset. Like, is even the halfling apprentice armored? No, it's not. Thankfully, it's not. Fun. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why I would want to train prowlers instead of sun guards, because they have martial arts, so they get it. +5 defense against attacks, opportunities, and retaliation. So when they attack an enemy and the enemy gets retaliation, it does like nothing to them, and they can also withdraw from fights easily. Yeah, I'll definitely want to train some of those soon. A few more sun guards and then prowler and let's see. So how many units do I have? So few units even left alive. Looks like I got a scout. Another scout. It's kind of acting like a scout, but kind of not. Yep. Alright, yeah, that's it for my turn. You can save now before I roll over the turn for sure. Yeah, and because there's all these actions on, oh, the independents don't get a turn next. Never mind. I'll just end it then. I'm forgetting the turn order. No. The independents do get a turn. Shoot. What I was worried about is if the independents like attacked and then it butt down in a fight. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut this recording and start a new one. It's almost 2 hours on it.